This is Patrick Roth, Senior Support Technician for E1. Today we're going to talk about GP node maintenance and an error that you can get making your own custom nodes. Out of the box, Microsoft Dynamics GP has defined all of the out of the box nodes for Microsoft eConnect. So if we would look, we would see sales order processing with all the things you can do in sales order processing, and including creating, updating the lines, etc., etc. But you can also create your own custom nodes from scratch, which can lead to one problem, which we'll detail. If I have this map, we can see that I've created my own custom group called custom and a new node type with a display name of new node type. And in this case, I just added the out of the box GP create customer node. This typically would be your own store procedure to do whatever you need. If I run this map, I can see that it failed with an unusual error. The quote character hexadecimal value 0x20 cannot be included in a name. Hexadecimal 0x20 is decimal 32, and 32 is the ASCII character for space. So this isn't quote, it's quote space quote. How did this error come about? When SmartConnect makes Microsoft eConnect destination XML, it again is XML, and it's formatted according to how the Microsoft specs should be. One of the pieces of that is the name of the node. So if we go back to maintenance, looking at custom, we see the custom group that I created and a new node type display name with the customer. If I open this up, it's a little hard to see, but we see the display name again, new space node space type, but the node type name, new space node space type, is also there. This is our problem. This name gets included in the eConnect XML and has spaces in it. And the problem there is that spaces are illegal, and thus getting that error. So how did that happen? If we go into here and try to just type in, it won't let me type in letters. So the only way I found that this could have happened to the customer would be if they had a very old one where I was allowed to type in spaces, or most likely how I did it, I pasted in from Notepad that had spaces, and SmartConnect let me do that. So this is the problem, and I need to remove those spaces. As we've seen though, this is locked, and once it's created, I can't change it. And so we could solve this by deleting my map and then just deleting this node and then recreate it from scratch. But we wouldn't have to. We should be able to change it on the back end. So looking at the back end then, in the SmartConnect database, what we can do is we can fix the names. So the only two places I found the name would be is the MSGP node type table, which was the window we were just looking at. And then if we created a map, if we didn't create a map, well, then we just deleted the map which we created, but we did create a map. And so the destination base also has that name in it. So what we can do is declare the names. So I'll declare two variables, new space node space type. Make sure we'll get two spaces, and then new underscore node underscore type. And so we'll just replace it with underscores is fine. And then run an update statement. And then lastly, we'll query the table looking to see that it was properly changed. So first thing we want to do is make sure we backed up our SQL database just in case. But if we want to be careful too, we'll wrap our statements in begin trend and end trend, rollback trend, and make sure that it only executes one and it does what we want. So if we execute this block, we do see here's our two queries. It did change the name in both places, and so we can run it for real without the trans. And if we go back to SmartConnect and we run our integration, we can see now that I just get normal eConnect errors due to customer error, and we no longer get the hexadecimal error 20. So we did create, we did fix the problem.